Hello friends, welcome to my Cosy Haven. My name is Fiona. I'm really glad you've clicked my video today. I'm just going to be chatting to you about the books that I've read in the first 8 days of January. Where has time gone? It's like, for me, I don't know about you guys, but it feels to me as if Christmas never was. It's like Christmas is just like way back there. And it's just like, what? So yes, I can't believe that we're over a week into the new year already. It's like, crazy. Reading wise, I've had a good week. I've had a very good week. I finished on my Kindle, Murder from A to Z by V.M. Burns. This is her latest in the Mystery Bookshop series. And I got the e-arc of it. It comes out on the 26th of this month, I think. It's either 26th or 27th. It's one of... Actually, I will tell you because it's in my diary. Comes out on the 27th. So we're back with Sam, Nana Jo, Jenna and the gang. And Nana Jo persuaded Jenna to run a workshop in Sam's bookshop to do with estate planning and everything for some of the elderly ladies or the elderly people who live in Shady Acres Retirement Village and just anybody else. And the day's going well, and then this lady and her elderly mother arrive. And the lady is really pushy and just not nice. And the mother is sitting there just fiddling with her clothes and then Sam realises that the mother is blinking SOS. So she manages to get hold, she texts Nana Jo to get rid of the lady. And the old lady is like suddenly comes alive and is like, totally with it and everything. And is saying, my life's in danger, etc. I've made a codicil to my will. Here it is. It's written in toilet paper because it's the only thing I could get hold of. And they managed to sort of get some things out of her. And then the lady who is her daughter-in-law comes back. And she immediately goes back to the fumbling old woman that's not coherent. So they find this very strange, but they decide, Nana Jo's like, we've got to help this lady. And they kind of know her from the retirement village. And they agree that the next day that Sam and Jenna would go and just set up a meeting, etc. They arrive the next day, and unfortunately the lady has passed away. And that sets the alarm bells off. And it's basically the gang working out who did it and why. And I love these books. This is a fantastic series. I absolutely adore it. Love that, that all these elderly ladies are just so with it, so on the ball, and, it's brilliant. I also love the interaction between all the characters. The banter is good. I love also that we get to see Sam is also, as well as owning the mystery bookshop, she also writes cozy mysteries set in England. So we get the story that she's writing within the book as well, which it kind of sometimes mirrored images what the actual story, the plot line of the novel is. So they are really good books. Thoroughly enjoyed this one. I gave it 4 out of 5. My next book was When Justice Rides by B.J. Daniels. This is book number 6 in the Buckthorn Montana series. This is the final book in the series. It was a very good ending. Tied up a lot of loose ends. Oh, excuse me. So, Deputy Jackson Gray has discovered he's in Buckthorn. It's a fresh start for him from various things. And he really is attracted to Luna Declan, who is the local hairdresser, but she's also a fully fledged investigator as well. And one of the town's matriarch is found dead. And the deputy has to help the acting sheriff to solve the murder. But then a second body appears, and the second body could be could have something to do. Well, Jackson possibly knows the second victim, and he asks Luna, or tells Luna the story, and she starts to investigate, and they discover more things about his family as well that he didn't know. But to the first victim, there are so many people within the town that could have wanted her dead, that didn't go on with her, didn't like her. There was just so much, to unpack in this. And there were some surprises along the way. And there was a comeuppance for another character, which was like, okay, fine, which was quite nice. But no, B.J. Daniels did a great job. She did. She really tied as much together as she could in this last book in the series, and I've thoroughly enjoyed the whole series. I really have. It's been really interesting to read. There's been intrigue. There's been mystery. There's been romance. She's covered a lot of fields, or as it were. I'm not wanting to say very much because I don't want to spoil this or spoil the series for someone else, but thoroughly enjoyed this one. Again, give it 4 out of 5. My next read was Be Ready When Luck Happens by Ina Garten. This is her telling her story, and thoroughly enjoyed this one. Gave this one 4 out of 5. There were some things about Ina that I knew, obviously from watching her TV show, for the shows, and also I've got a couple of her cookery books. And you kind of get a sense of what kind of a lady she is, and she's fascinating, absolutely fascinating. There are things about her that I learned in this that I didn't know. I mean, I knew she'd worked at the White House, but I didn't know what she did. I knew that Jeffrey was an emeritus professor at Yale, but wasn't too sure. I didn't know anything else that he had done. Their love story is just, I was blown away by it. Well, not blown away, but I was like, wow, to have the guts to have done what she did was just, and for Jeffrey to have the courage to stay with it as well was like, my gosh. I was really impressed by both of them. I loved the story of how she got Barefoot Contessa, what she did with it, how all the other facets of her life came together, the cookery show, how their apartment in Paris, and how she cared so much about all the various details that went into it, and various other things that happened. It was a delightful read. It really was. You felt that you were sitting across the table from Ina with a cuppa, and she was just chatting to you and telling you what happened, and how it happened. Oh, it was just probably one of the best memoirs I've read. And I'm just so happy and glad that I've read this book, because she is just a very, very interesting lady with so many different facets to her and so many different skills and interests. It was just great. And I loved that you were sorry, that's my phone going. That you were getting recipes at the end of a number of the chapters, which corresponded to things that she'd been talking about. So that was it's just a delightful book. And you've got pictures as well. I know that a lot of people go for glossy pictures, but she went for lovely black and whites. And I really appreciated that. It was, it just gave it that really nice vibe to it. So I am really happy I read this. Thank you to Ina for writing it, because it's just so interesting. I've also been reading, I'll just do this. I've also been reading Donna Ashworth To the Woman. I take this, I read one thing every day, so you get like poems like that. Sometimes they're longer, and you get sayings. It is a delightful read. I say I'm doing one bit a day, because I don't want to. I think if you tried to read it all in one hour, that you would just absolutely get shall we say, bogged down with it. And I think just to do one a day is really, really nice. So yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying using this as a wee morning quiet time, which is nice. So thoroughly enjoying this one. And the book I'm reading just now is The Cowboys Come Back by Nan Reinhardt. This is book number 1 of the Juniper Falls Ranch series. Started this last night. I'm 17% through it, and it's a nice read. I'm thoroughly enjoying the read. I think it's going to be very interesting to see where it's going. It's to do with a horse trainer, and yeah, so that's kind of where my reading's at the moment. I say I've had a good week. It's been a good start to 2026, which is lovely. But yeah, so that's kind of all my reading updates. What we're doing this weekend: watching rugby, having a quiet weekend. I would like to put a sleeveless sweater together that I've been crocheting. I finished the front panel yesterday. You'll see in my vlog next week. I would like to sew it together, and then hopefully over the weekend maybe do the ribbing, I think, around the armholes is what I've got to do. So it'd be really nice to try and get that finished this weekend, but I'm not going to push myself. I've been thoroughly enjoying, crocheting it, and I would like to get that done. So it's going to be quiet weekend, reading, crochet, rugby. That's going to be my weekend. Nice. So come chat with me down in the comments. What have you been reading this week? What are you planning to read this weekend? Have you got any weekend plans? I would love to know. I hope you've enjoyed this video, friends. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you would like to, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button to become part of my wee Cosy Haven over here on BookTube. And hit the notification bell. It'll tell you when I'm bringing out new videos. Until my next video though, friends, stay safe, happy reading. Bye!